He's Eric Crawford. I'm Griffin Gonzalez, back with another edition of Rick's Picks. Rick on vacation this week, so he's going to enjoy that. We're going to pick for him. And Eric, if the odds have ever been in our favor, it might be some this week because there are some good games out there.
There are good games. I question, whether this is a vacation or whether he just was tired of losing. He didn't want to show back up. Maybe he had to go out and make some money. I don't know, but we'll try and muddle through the best we can.
Okay, we'll try our best. Let's pull up the three local games that are going down this weekend. First up, the big one, University of Kentucky playing host to Mississippi State. University of Kentucky, the underdog in this one, which is something not a lot of people saw coming into this year. They're 4.5-point dogs in this one. Money line actually likes Mississippi State minus 182, and the over-under set at 48.5. So, Eric, let me ask you, if you're out there betting this game, what does your eye go to? What do you like the most in this one?
I'm going straight to the spread with Kentucky as the home underdog here at 4.5. That's hard to pass up of all these numbers. The home team in this series has won the last 7, both straight up and against the spread. That's hard history to ignore. But for me, the big thing with Kentucky is their backs are to the wall. They lost a game against a South Carolina team they feel like they could have beaten even without their starting quarterback. Now we're pretty sure that Will Levis is coming back to play. He gets Dane Key back as a receiver. We don't know about Tavion Robinson, but even so, I think this is must win enough for Kentucky that they get it done at home. And even if they don't get it done for the win, I still think they cover that 4.5.
A large part of this line was kind of set when we still didn't know if Levis was going to play. We know that Levis is going to play kind of now. And Mississippi State is still the favorite, just telling you how good Mississippi State is liked this year by a lot of people. Let's move on to the next matchup. This one being played in Bloomington, Maryland, a team that has one of the best offenses in college football coming to Bloomington to face off against the Hoosiers team that has lost 3 in a row. And, well, Vegas is telling the Hoosiers they lost 3 in a row because Maryland, the 11.5-point favorite. It's a lot of points there, Eric.
They're just dangling that carrot out there in front of us, Griff. I don't know. These are all sucker bets that Vegas gave us this week. Another, here, big home underdog, 11.5. Indiana just played. At least they hung with Michigan. They covered, I believe, against Michigan. But you're right. Maryland has a top 25 offense in the country. IU's in the bottom 25 in the country in yards allowed. It would not seem to be the kind of matchup that you'd want to run to at 11.5. And yet, this is one of the few handful of games in Indiana's schedule left that we look at and we say, well, there's a shot they win it. So I think I'd be tempted to take Indiana with that 11.5 points. I'd be tempted. I don't know if I'd do it, but that's what jumps out to me here.
They did cover last week against Michigan by just 1 point. So Indiana hopefully on a hot stretch against the spread there. And our final game here of the weekend locally has to be this one. Western Kentucky's been an interesting one if you're betting them this year. 9.5-point favorites on the road at Middle Tennessee. Once again, a lot of points being thrown the Hilltoppers' way here, Eric.
Yeah, and I don't, I like Middle Tennessee getting all those points at home. I know, they beat Miami, which got all of our attention, and I think that's what we think about when we think about them. Western's got a good and improving offense, but Western plays so many close games, so many wild last team to score wins that I think this number's too big. I'd go with the home team.
All right. He's going with the home team to cover all 3 of those games. Sure to be interesting and have pretty big implications on how these teams move forward the second half of the season. He's Eric Crawford. I'm Griffin Gonzalez. Whether or not you want to go with these picks, that one's to you.
Yeah.
Boy, thanks for watching, and more to come on WDRB.com. Just click on sports.